Hi survivors! Today we're going to make a roasted beet salad with goat cheese, arugula, and Catalina dressing with a little bit of walnuts sprinkled on top. Let's get to it. First we have the arugula. We have about a half a pound of a beet, a red beet. We have goat cheese crumbles, chopped walnuts, and Kraft Catalina dressing. I have a knife that I'm going to use to cut up the beet, a little cute pink cutting board, and I have my pan that I'm going to use to steam the beet, but if you have a steamer, that's even better to use. Let's get to it. So for now, we're going to put the arugula and the Catalina dressing along with the goat cheese away, just because we want to keep it cold until we're going to use it again. Here we have the beet. It's all washed and it's ready to go, so I can start by chopping it up. I feel like beets are so hard to cut. Yeah. We'll try to do that to get into it. Also, using a sharp knife is super helpful. This is why cooking is an exercise. It's good for your arms. Woo! And always be careful with the knife. There we go. You want to be careful where you're putting your fingers. There we go. And then we'll just do 1/2 or 1/4 at a time. Now it's into 1/8 pieces. And this was a pretty big beet. Getting the smaller ones help. They also have the colorful ones, the yellow ones, the orange ones. They're really cute. There we go. We're going to cut this a few more times. So we want it to be about that size. Especially when we steam, we want it to be a bit bigger to keep more of the flavor. So I'll dip that over into my pan so that I don't have to clean it up or worry about pieces being in the way. Just clean your space as you go along. Same with your mental health. You gotta clean space. For the New Year's, it's always best to think of things you're gonna do better, reflect on the year, and see what you need to improve on. But I think that starting all of these goals at a certain time are kind of unrealistic because you're giving yourself so many changes at a time. This one's kind of smaller, but oh well. And who knows if these changes are going to stick. Science has said that the likelihood of them, it's not really likely of them sticking around. There might be those occasional people, but not for everyone. So think of something you just want to improve on. You know, say you didn't meet a goal that you had last year. So how do you improve on that goal and make that goal work? There we go. And then we're going to steam the beets. I just turned on the stove to medium, and we're going to pour around 3/4 of a cup into the pot. And if you have a steamer, that goes completely different. If you want advice on a steamer, I say I have an Amazon list that you guys can check out. You know, gift cards are always helpful. If you can't contribute to it, if you like my content, you know, always clicking the like button helps. So those kind of things help. If you want to get me gifts, I need a few things in the kitchen, but you know, just doing that like button helps so much. So now we're gonna let the beets steam, and we're gonna let them steam for around 5 minutes, and then we're going to check on them, see how they are, see if we need to re-add more water or anything, because we don't want it to go to the bottom and then there's no water, it evaporates, it gets all bad, and so it will burn the bottom of them. So that has happened a few times, and I learned my lesson after that. So we're gonna let it steam. I really like this pot too. I got it not too long ago. I'll also link it down below, so if anyone wants to get it for themselves. I really just enjoy this pot because it has a really nice handle. It doesn't get hot like others. You know, other pots get really hot at the top, and then you can't pick this up when it's hot, and then you have to use a mitt, and it's just all bad and downhill from there. So it's white. I don't know if I said that right, but it's just, I like it better. I like it better than the stainless steels. It works better with stuff sticking to it. Nothing has ever stuck to it. It's just a great pot overall. I enjoy it so far, and I am very easygoing with my pots in a sense, but I realized a lot of the ones that I had were just, it was hard to clean them. This one is super easy to clean, and I just enjoy it so much. So that's what I think about this new pot that I got not too long ago. One thing I notice also while we wait is I like to cook, and then I like to reflect on my relationship. How did it go this new year? How's my work going? How's my, you know, your relationships with everyone? Romantic relationships, work relationships, friendships, you know, acquaintances you have in your life. You know, how are those going? Are they beneficial to you? Are they toxic in any way? Is it a two-way street, or is it just one-way street? Are you just always there for that person? I just like to reflect on that, just because it's always good to clean house with people in your life that may not be benefiting to your mental health right now. And it's okay to have seasons of friendships. Something else I've been thinking about a lot lately is how a healthy relationship works, and that each partner needs to have their own individual identity in a sense, but also needs to have something together. So I've been reflecting on my own, and I think that I need to start doing more videos on my own, because I got into my relationship, so great, but then we kind of merged, and I got obsessed with only the podcast, only doing Survivor Squad. And so I needed to also add on other things into my world, you know, because it's healthy to have your own things going on. And I love when we have conversations in the new year about like checking in, like things that we need to do. And my partner is my biggest encourager. And if your partner is not doing that for you, you know, you'll either need to have a conversation. Hey, I feel this way, and why you feel this way, or you need to clean house. So think about your relationship and what you need to do in your relationship. You know, are you getting too much involved into the relationship where you're going into your codependent mode maybe? So, you know, something I'm doing more so is my YouTube videos, and my partner's just extremely supportive in that, and it's great. You know, so we have our own things going on. I do my coaching, I'm doing my YouTube videos now. I talk about relationships and toxic relationships and narcissists while I cook so that I stay on my brand, but I have something else to do in life that gives me a purpose and gives me happiness. I just love cooking so much. And this is something that I've always wanted to start a restaurant or just have a food truck. I thought that would be so much fun for cooking tacos. So I brought this passion back into my life, and it has been so amazing, and I'm so thankful for everyone that has been watching this. So I know that we're just watching these beets steam, so I'll switch frame so that we can talk a bit more. I'm just so thankful for the new year and having all these thoughts to reflect on. You know, having a healthy relationship right now, it's so important in my life, and taking that next level up. So I'm very happy, and I am just extremely ecstatic for these cooking videos that I'm starting to do, and I hope that you guys are enjoying them as well. You know, feel free to always send me recipes. I know, Tina, I have to get back to you. It's just, I'm catching up with the new year itself. You know, it's important to take social media breaks as well. Take cell phone breaks, put your phone into the corner of the room so that you just get away from your mental health. And sometimes when you're in a relationship and you're codependent, it's good to put your phone away in the room so that you're not thinking that you have to respond to your partner all the time, or that you have to be there for your partner all the time. And, you know, your partner will understand at the end of the day why you do those breaks for yourself. You just need to think about yourself sometimes, because you need to be selfish in your self-care, and putting away your phone is self-care. So, you know, it's important to use your phone what purposes you and what makes you happy. Maybe watching cooking videos makes you happy. Maybe watching videos about toxic relationships, how to recover from those. That's really great for the healing journey. So let's give these beets some more time, and then we'll check on them, see if they're good to go. We check, I think they're good now, and the steam has almost run out. So beautiful. Did that just in time. So now I'm going to turn this off. Show you guys the beets. See? Just in time. I'm going to put them to the side because I don't want them to reheat on the stove, because the stove's still hot, you know. So now I'm going to put this over here. Have a bowl. I'm going to measure these guys out. That's about a cup, so I'm assuming that's about a cup too. I'm going to put a cup away. And then I'm going to get these bad boys out. See? It's coming off already. I may put a little bit more away because I want to do maybe like a half of a cup. So we'll do like a few more. Why am I so messed up right now? So there we go. And then, so we have about 6, 7 beets in there. And then the rest are to the side. So I can either cook them tomorrow, I can give some to my boyfriend, but it's important not to get too many beets. So now we're going to add some blue cheese crumble in there. Add as much as you want, you know, it's your life. This cheese is so good. It's from Whole Foods, of course. And then we're going to add about a few dollops of the Catalina dressing. We're going to bring in some walnuts. About a handful or less. So good. And then we're going to mix this up. I also would cut these beets in half as well, because we want it to get like nice and cream cheesy. So that we melt the cheese in. Looks beautiful. Looks like Christmas. So we're gonna get a knife and we're just gonna cut these guys in the bowl. We're just going to chop this up a bit more. Make them as small as you want. And this is a 1 serving. But if you have more people that you're trying to serve, use all the beets that I put to the side. And just, you know, add more cheese, add more walnuts. And then at the end, we'll add arugula. There we go. Get this guy one more time. Put him off to the side after we get all the cheese, because the cheese is really the best part. Here's a close-up. See that the cheese is just melting beautifully in here. Like a good relationship, you should blend, work together, because it takes a team effort. It can't all be one-sided. So pretty. It's like turning into a pink. And if you also steam different color beets, don't steam them together, because then the colors mesh. And I'm going to throw this into a cleaner bowl just so I have a better presentation. So now I grab some arugula too. I like this one. It's wild arugula from Whole Foods, of course. I haven't opened it yet. Ooh. There we go. Beautiful. So now we are going to grab a bunch, put it at the bottom of our salad. Just because we want a little bit of a better presentation. There's the arugula again. And see, this one, it looks nice and fresh. Other brands that I have used, it comes wilted, moldy. So I tend to stick with this brand. And also in California, we have some of the best produce. There we go. And then we're just going to bring this out and top it on the arugula. And if you want all that cheese, get a spoon, scrape it out, put on top. There we have it. Roasted beet salad with goat cheese, walnuts, and arugula, and a dollop of Catalina dressing. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. Let me know if you guys want me to cover any recipes or if you have a good recipe you want me to check out. And then be sure to check out my podcast, the Survivor Squad podcast, where I have a new survivor every week with my podcast partner, Call Your Landry. And then also I do one-on-one coaching. So I hope to see you guys around. Check out my other recipes. Bye.